Welcome, everybody, to the Village of Oaklawn Board of Trustees regular meeting agenda. Today, we meet in the Village Hall Auditorium for the first time, fully remodeled. It is at 9446 South Raymond Avenue. This is meeting 2023-15, Tuesday, September 12th. It is 2023, and it is 7:30 p.m. Call to order. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Mayor Vorder.
Present.
Trustee Soch.
Present.
Trustee Pembroke.
Here.
Trustee Olejniczak.
Here.
Trustee Mallo.
Here.
Trustee Stalker.
Here.
Trustee Desmond.
We have a quorum. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Veterans, please salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, any public comments tonight?
No.
Having none, we'll move on to 5, conflict of interest disclosure. Any trustee have any problems with anything on our agenda tonight? Hearing none, we'll move on to approval of the closed meeting minutes of 2023-08 dated July 11, 2023. Motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trustee Soch.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Olejniczak.
Yes.
Trustee Mallo.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Motion approved. Approval of regular meeting minutes 2023-14 dated August 18th, 2023. Motion?
8th.
Pardon?
August 8th.
August 8th, I'm sorry. Motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Mayor, I have a comment.
Yes.
I have a comment on these. Yeah, I just talked to the clerk. I had two minor, very minor issues I pointed out to the clerk. More typo than anything else. I just want, for the record, I made her aware of it already.
Okay. Do we need a motion to make the corrections to the meetings,
Just a
Counselor?
motion to approve as amended.
Okay. A motion to approve as amended? Please.
Motion.
A motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trustee Soch.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Olejniczak.
Yes.
Trustee Mallo.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Motion approved. New business by village trustees, District 2, Alexa.
All right. Well, welcome to the new village look at the new boardroom. Whoever did the work here did a very nice job. It's very well lit and good colors. I want to go over a couple of things. Street update, Bill. Southwest Highway, how are we progressing with the water project? And then when will we see Southwest Highway and Central lights, the temporary lights come down and the permanent ones go up or be used?
Alex, the temporary lights will be removed within the next month. All construction related to the transmission main is complete. We're on punch list items now, and resurfacing should also be starting within about a month, month and a half at max.
Excellent. So we're keeping right on the timeline. I think we're a little bit ahead of it. I saw that they did the cement work on the crossings for the high schoolers, so thanks for getting that done during this time. I know the kids who cross the street there are enjoying not having to go over some bad cement, so thanks for getting that done. And then the other thing is on our street projects for the residential, I know that we're a little bit behind on things, and that's a question a lot of residents are saying. They've ground down, and they haven't come back to patch in place. So do we have a timeline on that, and what's caused the delay in getting them done?
We're actually catching back up. We were a few weeks behind. The contractors actually wrapped up almost 3/4 of the current project. There is about 5 streets in binder right now, which is that item you were talking about where it's down about 1.5 inches. The paving company, Lindahl, will be coming through within the next week to finish all of those and then move on to the final 4 streets.
Excellent. Thank you. From a tech side, I just want to thank Ray and your staff for all the great work that you guys have done. I appreciate for anyone who has been trying to get a hold of trustees in the village. We went through a little bit of a tech change, and that was to the website, to our phone, and to our email system. I just got updated, so if you haven't received an email from me, please grant me a little bit more time. I'm getting, I think once Ray got me updated, I had 157 emails and 26 phone calls. So I will get back to everybody on that. I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind on that. But I will tell you that using the new website has been very easy to maneuver, and I look forward to all the other improvements that you're working on. So keep up the good work with that. The police department, I know that there's been a lot that's gone on, starting with St. Catherine's Fest to start the summer, St. Gerald Carnival to finish the summer, and then we just finished with our Music Fest. And I will tell you that our police department did an extremely good job. When other communities were saying, no, we can't do these types of things, our village not only did it, but provided a really, really safe and fun atmosphere. So I can tell you from the parishioners of St. Gerald's and the Carnival Committee that put the St. Gerald Carnival together, nothing but compliments on how great of a job that the police department did in using all the technology. Chief, let the police department know we do appreciate it. It is noticed, and I will tell you, from the Fall Music Fest, I think, Paul, you and your whole contingent of the people on special events should be commended at the great job that they did. And one of the facts that the mayor brought out at the Fall Music Fest was that this fest is not costing the taxpayers one dime. Not one dime of taxpayer money was used for the fest. That's all sponsorships, and it's all revenues generated from the beer sales and from the food sales that are going on there. So for something that's not costing residents any money on the taxpayer side to do, and nominal money, I had multiple people come up and rave about the types of food, the price point on the food, and the beverages that were there. A very nice time, well-planned, and I look forward to what you guys are going to be doing again. So excellent job. And I just want to remind everybody, we're back in school, so the number one complaint that a trustee gets is traffic and the flow of traffic in their neighborhoods. So please slow down, make sure you're following the speed limits, and make sure you're following the laws of stopping at stop signs and stoplights. That concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee. If I can add to your report, all the profits that we make from these festivals go to local Oaklawn charities. So that's the real benefit of these fests, not only the fun, not only enjoyment, not only the family atmosphere, but we support our local charities. Okay, thank you. District 3, maybe I stole.
Well, I don't have anything else.
I'm sorry, Paul.
It's all
Okay.
been said, and I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the thankfulness that you guys saw at the fest this weekend. Yeah, the biggest point that was asked, and the mayor said it numerous times on stage when we were up on stage, is that it's fully funded by our sponsors. So the question that comes up is, why are taxpayers paying for this? It's like, they're not. It's fully funded by our sponsors, and the venue was amazing. The talent, musicians were amazing, and everything that went on. The volunteers that our village employees put forth, our Public Works Department, our in-staff executive session or executive administration with Tom and his people did a great job. I mean, just, it was safe all the way through. They were working all weekend long, so just very cool to see. Moving on to December 2nd, which is our Santa on the Green event. That's our next event that we have coming up. So we're kind of on a little hiatus right now until we get to that point, and look forward to seeing the community out for that event. So that's all I have.
Thank you, trustee.
You were talking about doing a turkey drop?
A turkey drop, right. It's in Cincinnati.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Next year, after the fest, I'm going to let you go first.
Thank you. I was hoping that you would say first.
All right, District
fine.
4, trustee Pembroke.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah,
Paul, I just want to
all crossed
congratulate you on a great fest. Your committee did a great job. Thank you to the police and fire and the Public Works Department for their great support throughout the weekend, and all the volunteers here at Village Hall. It was a great weekend for Oaklawn. That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee. District 5, trustee Stalker.
I'm just going to say the same thing. Thanks, Paul, you did a great job. Everybody that was involved with the fest, it was probably one of the best I've seen in a long time. And I really appreciate all the hard work that was put in by Paul, police and fire, the staff, and all the sponsors. Thank you very much. It was a great party.
Thank you, trustee. District 6, trustee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to continue to love Fest, but I've got a few things to add. Again, Fall Fest, Paul, you and your committee, great job. One of the things you kind of glazed over is that, what we raise goes to charities and things like that, but our price point in that beer tent, I mean, people have been to all, carnivals and all the other things in the neighborhood. For one ticket, everything behind that bar was one ticket, and a ticket was $4. Even our carnivals are $5, $6 for a drink. So not only are you providing outstanding music, you're making it affordable for people to come. Food was all priced. There's no gouging. I mean, you're getting a free fest, and you're getting things, to me, just barely over cost, right? So we're not looking to make money. We're looking to have people come out and have a good time, and everything about that, from security to you name it. Everybody was commenting about, Vern had his drone up, the police had their drone up, we had our officers up on the roof. Everybody notices those things. Everybody feels safe. It was just an overall great experience. Moving on, I want to comment and compliment Bill Meyer and his public works staff on what they've been doing throughout the summer. I personally have had numerous calls about sidewalks and issues, and there's times I email Bill at 8 in the morning, and by noon, somebody's been out at the house, has inspected it, has validated that this is bad and it's dangerous and it'll be replaced. There's at least 3 residents that this came up with, and I communicated it to Bill, and literally within 24 hours, the resident, I was able to call him up and say, well, I don't know if you noticed it, but they came out, they inspected it, these were, hazardous, and they will be replaced. So his staff and the response time is bar none the best, so I want to thank him for that. One other thing I want to mention, this summer, St. Catherine's had their 5K, and most of us we never want to have the fire department or an ambulance come to your house and have to, worry about what's going on. Well, at this 5K, my daughter, she's in college, she was in charge, she's watching a couple kids, and the one girl in the color run, she fell and got trampled and, hurt her wrist, and they called the ambulance, and the fire department and ambulance showed up within, less than 5 minutes. It was right down Costner. And the police that were on scene, backed everybody off because she's only in 5th grade. She was nervous. She was crying. Her mom's in Las Vegas, and luckily my daughter's really good friends with the family, and she's comfortable with her. But the way the police even calmed the little girl down before the fire department got there, and then when the fire department got there, they sat down with her. I mean, you can see the training that the police and fire have gone through on how to react with children and how to calm them down, because both the fire and the police did an amazing job. This little girl calmed down. We got her mom on the phone. The fire department explained everything to her, what was going to happen, what they were going to do, how they were going to do it. And, it was in and out in like 20 minutes. So a lot of people don't see things like that or hear things like that. And, I just want to compliment both the police and the fire, and comment on what great training they've had to be able to calm kids like that and take care of a great situation. So again, kudos to police and fire. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee. Village manager, correction. Yes, the village manager's report.
Excuse me. Thank you, Mayor. Not to belabor the point, but I did want to layer a little context and history into the Falls Festival and our special events. In 2005, I think that was the last year, the Fall on the Green, as it was called then, occurred before we dramatically changed how the festival was presented. Prior to 2006, it was largely staffed by people who were paid, and there were not a lot of donations. So Trustee Olejniczak was on the board with me at the time. We looked at the overall cost, and I recall the cost being between $50,000 and $75,000 to the taxpayer. Excuse me. Since that time, or at that time, we changed the model to largely volunteer staff, members of the parish communities, men's and women's clubs, employees. The employees of this village donate hundreds of hours to the festival during the weekend. And as you've heard tonight, we end up netting a significant amount of money that's grown over the years because the interest in the festival has grown over the years, and so has the generosity of our vendors and our business community. The mayor had mentioned about the charities that are involved. What ought to be emphasized too is it's not just the festival that the money is paid for. The income that we raise, the net income from the festival, also pays for the rest of the special events, the Sunday concerts, the 4th of July, the Santa on the Green. So it's really a tremendous model that also, when it's all said and done, benefits charities. And even though I'm not going to be 100% confident in this number, I'll bet you after this year, the monies that have been given to charities since 2006 will be north of $500,000. So, as far as a model practice goes, I would put that up against any when it comes to festivals, special events. And again, it's largely due to the community and their involvement from the volunteers, the vendors, the business community, the board here, the support they give. I can't say how many times I heard this year and last when people noticed the significant police presence and the drone and the sniper on the roof of the library, how unsettling it is, but how comforting it is that A, you're angry that it has to be there, but B, you're comforted that it is there. Maybe someday we get to a point where it's not necessary, but as it's been noted here, the police, the fire, the ambulances, the squads, the presence of that alone, I think, just gives a lot of people comfort in knowing they'll be in a safe environment. And now that we fenced it off 2 years ago, it really is an enjoyable experience. And like everybody else here, I just want to make sure that everybody who is involved, all staff, all volunteers get their proper due. And that's all I have this evening.
Thank you, sir. And we'll move on to the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are routine and have been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Trustees, village manager, or village committees, and will be enacted with one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. A, request Board of Trustees approval of a Traffic and Safety Commission recommendation 6-0 for a three-way stop sign and crosswalk at the intersection of 108th Street and Kilpatrick. B is the ordinance authorizing that, 2315-59. C, ordinance 2315-60, an ordinance amending the selection 857, charges for the village collection of the Oak Lawn Village Code relative to the refuge collection rates and charges. D, ordinance 2315-61, an ordinance authorizing the Public Works Department to dispose and sell at auction 13 surplus vehicles. E, resolution 2315-55, a resolution approving and authorizing a performance-based merit increase for the village manager of the Village of Oak Lawn. F, resolution 2315-56, a resolution approving for the collective bargaining agreement between the Village of Oak Lawn and the Illinois FOP Labor Council for the Oak Lawn Police Supervisors Association. G, resolution 2315-57, a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of a permanent utility easement agreement with the city of Palos Hills as part of the Regional Water System Improvement Project, and that's at 7301 West 105th Street, Palos Hills, Illinois. H, resolution 2315-58, a resolution approving an economic incentive agreement by and between the Village of Oak Lawn at Kelly Keene Nissan Incorporated. I, resolution 2315-59, a resolution approving a proposal from Christopher B. Burke Engineering, LTD, for professional design and construction engineering services for the 2024 street program. And J, resolution 2315-60, a resolution waiving competitive bidding and approval the purchase and installation of security cameras and related equipment by All Information Systems Incorporated at the Patriot Station parking tower for a total price not to exceed $189,346. Motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Trustee Soch?
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke?
Yes.
Trustee Olejniczak?
Yes.
Trustee Mallo?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Motion's approved. Village Clerk's report.
Okay. Item A is disbursement resolution number 2023-15D1 dated August 23rd, 2023, in the amount of $1,529,794.47.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Soch?
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke?
Yes.
Trustee Olejniczak?
Yes.
Trustee Mallo?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Approved.
Item B is disbursement resolution number 2023-15D2 dated September 12th, sorry, not 14th, 2023, in the amount of $10,980,636.69.
Motion.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Soch?
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke?
Yes.
Trustee Olejniczak?
Yes.
Trustee Mallo?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Approved. We move on to the village president's report. I have three proclamations here that I need to read. The first one is a mayoral proclamation for the payroll week. Whereas an annual payroll association and its more than 20,000 members have launched a nationwide public awareness campaign that pays tribute to the nearly 150 million people who work in the United States and the payroll professionals who support the American system by paying wages, reporting workers' earnings, and withholding federal employment taxes. And whereas they maintain an economic health of the village, carrying out such diverse tasks as paying into unemployment insurance systems, providing information for child support enforcement, and carrying out tax withholdings. Whereas payroll professionals have become increasingly proactive in educating both the business community and the public at large about the payroll tax withholding system. Whereas the week in which Labor Day falls has been proclaimed as the National Payroll Week, and as additional support to the efforts of the people who work in the village of Oak Lawn, and of the payroll professional, I am proclaiming the first week of September Payroll Week for this village. Therefore, be it proclaimed by the village president of the village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook, Illinois, in the exercise of its home rule powers, states the following. The week in which Labor Day falls shall be designated Payroll Week. The mayoral proclamation shall be in full force effective September 12th, 2023. And we have a proclamation making us aware of the Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month here in Oak Lawn. You may notice that on our streetlights throughout the village, there are teal blue ties to those poles to remind people of the effects of this terrible cancer. And I'm going to read the entire thing because many of our residents, even some of my personal friends, have succumbed to that cancer. Some have paid and went on to their heavenly rewards as a result of it. Whereas Section 6A, Article 7 of the 1970 Constitution of the State of Illinois provides that any municipality which has a population of more than 25,000 is a home rule unit, and the village of Oak Lawn, Cook County, Illinois, and the village with a population in excess of 25,000 is therefore a home rule unit pursuant to the provisions of the Section 6A of the Article 7, may exercise any power and perform any function pertaining to its governmental affairs, including but not limited to its power to issue village proclamations. And whereas the American Cancer Society confirms that ovarian cancer is the leading cause of death in women, more than any other cancer of any female reproductive system, with over 21,000 detections and approximately 14,000 deaths each year. And whereas typically women who are in their middle age or older, who have family history of ovarian or breast cancer and have had certain cancers in the past, are increased risk of developing ovarian cancer. And whereas in case where ovarian cancer is found and treated in the early stages, the 5-year survival rate is approximately 90% with early detection and treatment, often meaning the difference between life and death. Whereas because ovarian cancer often goes undetected until advanced stages, increasing awareness of the risk factor is crucial to fighting this disease. And whereas it is absolutely essential that women know the risk factors associated with this disease. So this public awareness campaign strives to increase knowledge about the disease and recognition in the fact that the best defense against ovarian cancer is early detection. And whereas the month of September is dedicated to bolstering ovarian cancer prevention and awareness and taking actions to lessen the tragic toll of this devastating disease, which takes on our families across the country, while we honor those that have lost and continue to show our support for women who courageously fight on. Therefore, now, I, Terry Vorder, Mayor of the Village of Oak Lawn, do hereby proclaim September 2020 to be Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month in Oak Lawn, and urge all residents to educate themselves on all information to prevent efforts in the fight to treat this eventually and eradicate this disease. And finally, I'm proclaiming the week of September 17th at the Village of Oak Lawn as the Constitution Week in Illinois. Whereas it's the privilege and duty of every American to commemorate September 17, 2023 as the 236th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America, appropriate ceremonies and articles, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of proclamations each year by the President of the United States of America, designating September 17 through September 23 as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, I, Terry Vorder, by virtue of the authority vested in the mayor of the Village of Oak Lawn, Cook County, Illinois, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17 through September 23rd as Constitution Week. A lot has been said about the fest, okay, so I don't want to be redundant, but as the mayor, I received so many thank yous and awards and compliments, and I had, other than being the mayor, I suppose the mayor's entitled to those things, but really, it was all done by this board, by our staff, who get a paycheck. I get it, they get a paycheck. But these people give more than 100%. It's redundant, but they are committed to this village more so than a paycheck. And that event could not have happened without that commitment. And I want to thank every village employee that participated in organizing, the setting up, the supervising, the cleaning up. My thanks. It makes me proud to be the mayor of this great village. And with that, we will move on to executive session. This ends our open public meeting. We will now move into executive session. Thanks for coming out. We need a motion to go into executive session
Second.
For the reasons stated.
for the reasons stated.
No, I mean, read them.
Oh, I have to read that?
Yeah.
Okay, executive session 2023-10 for the purpose of discussing, one, the enclosed meeting minutes of 2023-09 dated August 8, 2023, and the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body. Motion, we had that. Second, roll call.
Trustee Soch.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Olejniczak.
Yes.
Trustee Mallo.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Again,
Yes.
thanks for coming out.